So here we are, end of June. I thought I'd give you a quick squidge round the plot, show you how things are going. My pretty bit is looking quite nice, considering the heat that we've had over the last, I don't know how many weeks now, 4 weeks. But the petunias are looking good, the sweet peas are looking good. Those were the sweet peas I brought on through the winter. Lobelia, they obviously I kept in, I grew on in trays. Oh, there's me bit of topiary. That's going to be a wave. I don't know if I'm going to put a surfboard in it or a boat, but anyways, there you go. So we'll come on round. We've got Mesembryanthemums and Lobelia in the hanging basket. The chrysanth that managed to get through the winter. As you can see, I've cut a big lump off the back of that one and I've potted it on. I'm also trying dahlias in the pots just to see if it works. And there's a petunia there. I think someone gave me that. I don't know where it come from, but it's looking gorgeous. So it's a nice welcome sight when you get here when you turn up to the allotment. And then of course there's the other half of that chrysanth. I'm going to see if I can get that to make a nice ball of yellow colour for the autumn. Then I've got here a couple of strawberries somebody gave me, and I can't remember what it's called. It's Just Add Cream it's called. They're really sweet, they're gorgeous. So I'm hoping you can take some extra runners off of those. In the cold frame, well actually it's a warm frame now, it's I've got the melons and they're doing really well. Just hope we get some melons. So I've left it open for the bees to pollinate. So we'll have a quick squidge round in the protected bit. That's the last of the pansies. They're just hanging in there. Look at the heat, they don't like the heat. And I'm also trying a gherkin. It's in the shade most of the morning, but I'm going to grow it up that hedge and see what happens. Whether it'll be successful, I don't know. I might just stop for a minute whilst that noisy old crane goes by with its squeaky wheels. Okay, he stopped squeaking for a bit, so we'll have a quick rain. I'm trying a gherkin here in the shade in a pot. I do believe they like full sunshine, but one it was a spare one. I've also potted on or sowed some prestige, some red cabbage and some sprouts, because I've had a job getting the sprouts to germinate. But there we go, we've got some there that hopefully they're not too late. You can be, sometimes it's just a bit too early. Then our geraniums in here are looking gorgeous, aren't they? Look. And then I've got another one there that I robbed a lot off it, but it's recovering. So let's go round into the greenhouse now and have a squidge at how things are going in the greenhouse. I've got some sweet peas outside. I do like sweet peas. So let's go into the greenhouse and see what we've got going on now then. I've got gherkins growing here, even though I do let them go on. They give quite a decent cucumber as well. So it's no point in picking the gherkins unless I can pick a group enough to pickle. So I'll just let them go on. And then my peppers in here are looking good. They're coming on nicely. The ones in the clay pots are doing better than the ones in the plastic pots. Anyway, they're looking good. They've even got flowers just coming. Look. And then I've got a couple of beefsteak tomato plants over here. Can't get far enough away, and they've got tomatoes. Somewhere there's tomatoes. There they go. There. Right, let's go around the outside. Oh, and I've pulled most of my garlic, as you can see there. Look, and they're in here drying out. Hold on, where are they? There they go. Most of the garlic, and they're drying out. Right, let's go around the outside now. I've tried grafting some more grapevine, but I'm not having a lot of luck with them. There's something I haven't quite got. Whilst we're here at this end, let's have a look. I've sown some carrots. No, this is spinach, and I've just put the broad bean foliage that I've pulled out, I've just draped across wire. That's to give the ground a bit of shade to stop it from drying out. So, and the same with carrots. I've got carrots. Carrots are coming up, look, but of course it's been so warm, it's drying out. It's drying out. So there we go. Oh, can we get down there? Oh, there. There, they're looking good. So I've covered them with wire and the foliage from the broad beans to give us a bit of cover. Right, so let's stop that for the minute and then we'll go round the path. Right, on to the next bed, parsnips. They're doing good. The parsnips that I had in tubes, that I started off in tubes, were very successful, and then some of the parsnips that I sowed direct in the green, they came up as well. So generally speaking, parsnip bed is really looking good. The beetroot, they are tremendous. I've already taken some of those and cooked them, and they're blinking lovely they are, and I'll have those too in a minute. Then I've put some more beetroot in. I've over sowed those, and then I'll be digging some of those out. I take off the bigger leaves and then I'll transplant them, and as you can see, I've used an old leaf there just to retain some moisture in the soil, because I've watered them in, and I should do some more of those. The leeks, they've gone to seed, or some of them are going to seed. They've also got rust, so I've actually sowed another row, heavily sowed, and then I'll be out when they're slightly a bit bigger. I'll dig them out, transplant them, but I think I'll start a new bed elsewhere. And then shallots, I sorted the shallots when I sowed them, when I put them out, the big ones and small ones. This end was the bigger shallots, and you see they're still growing. Generally speaking, the shallots aren't, and I suppose they're a little bit bigger, but the smaller shallots, they're all finished, and they are pulling out now and drying and separating, and I should keep them for a month or so and then pickle them. Then these broad beans that were here, they're all finished. There's a few small ones left on there, but if I need the space, and I may use this space for beetroot or leeks, so these are now all going to be taken out, and I shall use the foliage either as a mulch around sweet corn or somewhere all the time this really dry weather's going on. Then in here with my tomatoes, this is my tomatoes I'm hoping won't get blight. They're all protected, as you can see. They've got a lid on, and we've got glass or plastic all around. Then I've got a couple of courgettes, a couple of gherkin plants growing here, and there are gherkins on them somewhere. I'm not sure where. Oh, there's one there, look. So a little bit longer. I've already taken a couple off that were big, and I've used them as cucumbers. Then this grapevine, this is the Savow. Look how lovely those grapes are. They're looking really healthy. A full bunch too. Hopefully I've been through this, and I've kind of like spring pruned it. There we go, give it another bit off. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be very successful with the Savow. If so, that is what's going to make my sparkly wine. Then, coming backwards here we've got sweet potatoes. They were bought as small plants. Those three cost me £3.50, I think. And if it's the case, I've got a feeling it could be £3.50 well spent, and it's a bit of fun anyway, isn't it? Just to see there's 3 plants, they're all different. So we'll see how we get on. Then me strawberries in hanging basket. The woodlice don't get them. Right, so coming back to the path again. This grapevine, I believe, is Bacchus. I've really heavily pruned it, and it's now not really. There's no grapes on it at all. I did it cordon, and it hasn't worked. So maybe it should be Goya, or maybe I ought to oik it out and grow a different one and if different grapevine somewhere else. Right, I'm going to stop this again because of that blinking noise. Now, just have a look in here, in this compost bin. Hopefully, if what I think is there is going to be there, lid off quick. How about that? Now, them's is slow worms. And there's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably a dozen. Anyway, put the lid on, let's not disturb them. Put the lid back on. Alright, on to the next row. As you can see, I'm filling the paths up with gravel. It's the chippings that you would use for pebble dashing. And it's great. And the reason I'm doing that is because nothing can live in it, like wood lice. Then the asparagus, I've stopped picking that now. So to let it recuperate, and I gave it a little dressing of blood, fish and bone, so there we go. Then there's my melons in the bath, a bit of gutter in it so that I can water from outside by just moving that around, and the strawberries in that bin. That's ever so successful, but that's my 3rd year now, so I think next year I might dig it out, put some new compost in it and some fresh strawberry plants. So, oh, and this grapevine here, this is also Saval. It's equally as good as the other one, as you can see. I'm sure you experts would probably be saying I should be doing something with them, but I'm not sure what it is. So let's move on to the next row whilst the noise of that crane can squeak on. Okay, on to the next one. I've got a bin of comfrey. I've started another comfrey bin up, look. Oh, that and a half whiff. It must be working then if it whiffs that much. So, once more, I've got these grapevines, which are, yes, this is the Cabernet Sauvignon. These are now 2 years old. So I've just left one, no, there's no grapes on that one. Oh, yeah, one bunch of grapes I've left on this one, just to see. And the black currants have been tremendous. I've picked them all, and they're beautiful size. That is a small one compared to the ones I've already picked. I left those last few for the blackbird. Alright, there's a nice big one down there, look. How about that for size for blackberries? That's good, isn't it? Thumbnail size. Then this is this 2nd year. This is the Chardonnay. That's looking good. I've trimmed the bunches down to just a small bunch, so that's looking good. Then these peas are finished, so they'll all be coming out, and I can put something else in there. And then these are my dessert grapes, which are looking equally as good. That's the black one and or red one, and this is the white one. Okay, so let's move on to the next row. Mind you, go from here, look, we can see the potatoes. Those are the Myras. They're looking good. So let's move on to the next row. Okay, here we go, next row. Now me bee friendly plants, look, and the bees do love them. Look at that. He's well getting stuck in there. Mind you, I was kind of hoping my bees from my beehive would be in there, but oh, 1 minute, yes there is one there. They fly too quick. Right, so there, once again, these are the main crops and they're doing really good. This is the raised bed in construction at the moment, but I've got some really nice French beans, a few more peas, and there's French beans there, and they are showing signs of getting dry. I might have to protect them a little bit too. These raised beds, they don't hold the water, do they, so well as straight in the ground. So we'll move along then. Then my marrow plants are looking healthy, as is my sunflowers. And then I've got another row of peas. These are the peas the birds were attacking, but they've recovered now since I've put me dangly things in. And these are made from, that's made from the tubes from defunct solar lights that you put in the garden. Then let's go up and have a look at the red currants. Look at the red currants from here. Are they good or what? That's absolutely superb. Look. So hopefully the blackbird won't destroy them. He destroyed the other bush by picking them off and dropping them, whole bunches of them. And then the gooseberries are ripening as well. And there's more red currants there. I've got 2 red currants, and the fig tree is really looking healthy. Look at them figs. Oh, well, what shape would that be? That's not one of mine. Mine are black bees. Got black bums. There. Look at those figs. Okay, let's move on to the next row. Right, now this will be my brassica row, and I've just got 1 red cabbage, 1 shard at the moment, 1 snowball, and another red cabbage over there. Look, no, that's that is a broccoli, and that is a snowball, and they should turn in next year. Right then, my pumpkins are really looking good. In fact, there's little pumpkins on there, look. I'm not sure if that one's pollinated. There's 2 there. If one of them shows signs of swelling, then I'll pick the other one off. Sweet corn are looking good, really healthy. From here, look, you can see the pear tree is also looking good. I have thinned those pears out tremendously, as the peach tree next to it, I've thinned that range of just about a dozen peaches, and the same with the apple tree at the far end there. I've thinned that down to just a sensible amount of apples for that tree. Then this here are my butternut squash. They're covered in dust because of the work that's going on. I would love to be able to wash that dust off, but you need to be here in the evening. Right now I've got to stop now because Tony's turned up. Right, Tony's just gone. He's going to put the kettle on. Okay, so now then, we've got courgettes, and it's come to the time when you just can't keep up with eating courgettes, can you? But there you go. Have a look at my video of a quick lunch with courgettes. Then my parsnip bed, it's looking really good. I'm just hoping these parsnips are going all the way down and not forking. The same with the carrots. I'm hoping those carrots are going straight down and not forking. Then over the back there I've got the artichoke. I never did eat it last year. I'm really not sure quite what to do with them, but somebody gave me the plant last year and it survived right through the winter, and it's come back up again, so keep it going. Then the onions are now all going over, so I'll probably take those tomorrow and dry them out. Then the grapevines at the back end here, that's the Cabernet. This grapevines are getting old now. They probably 14, maybe 16 years old. But look at the grapes on them once again. Absolutely superb. I thinned the grapes out. I'm not sure if I should have thinned them out even more, because I'm obviously going to use them for wine. And that is the Merlot. Then there's the apple tree at the far end once again. And once, as I say, I thinned those out. Then the pond is doing good. I think I've got a leak because it always seems to go down to that same level despite whatever I do. The bees are happy. Let's go and have a look at the bees. There we go, all coming back with pollen. It's brown pollen they're bringing back, so not quite sure what pollen that is, but it's they seem happy. Then I've got my potatoes that were sown way back in January. I should be scraping them and taking some potatoes out of them, some newies off them. Right, now then, there's the whole plot again, looking really healthy. I'm really happy with it. I haven't done a lot of watering, but the last week or so I've been watering through the tubes, and that tube, using them tubes is the answer, because you're getting right into the roots. So there we go. There's, just to remind you, that means to say when I water down there, I'm getting to the roots and the water's going down, not just on the surface. So there we go, there's the plot, and I'm quite happy with it. I'll see you probably in July, I expect. Bye for now. Happy gardening.